What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. This is going to be another meal prep one. So we're going to do a meal prep on a budget, um, or I guess we could call it Ethan learning to cook and prep some food. But yeah, so we are going to do 3 different meals that we're going to prep for our week. So stay tuned and hope you enjoy. Okay, so the 3 meals that we are going to be making today, the first one is going to be just overnight oats. So these are the ingredients for the overnight oats. Most of them we already had on hand, so this is going to be very easy. Second one is going to be the pulled pork. So I've been having like pulled pork quesadillas and they have been phenomenal. So I'm going to stick with that for that meal. And then we kind of went wild with this one and decided to test out something new. So we are going to be making like a high protein pasta. So we're going to do spaghetti and meatballs, but we have some weird noodles that are how do you pronounce it? Edamame pasta. So they're high in protein, high in fiber. Very interesting. They feel terrible, but we're going to give them a shot, see how they do. All right. So the first meal we are going to do is overnight oats. So to be completely transparent, this is a Stacy meal. I am not a big fan of oats. It's very rare that I will eat them. But she's been enjoying them. So we are going to make some overnight oats. So the first thing we're going to do is we use just the quick oats, and then we just use a 1/4 cup. Oh. So we're just doing a 1/4 cup into each of the 6. Okay, so the oats are in there. Now we're going to do the chia seeds and buckwheat. Gross. I can't stand chia seeds. They just get stuck in your teeth. So we're just doing a 1/2 tablespoon of the chia. Ooh, we're running low. Perfect. Okay, and then next is just the raw maca powder. So again, 1/2 tablespoon of that in each one. My legs are shaking right now.
It's a good workout.
Yeah. Filmed a killer workout for some deadlifts and legs. I'm feeling it. Okay. So 1/2 tablespoon of each of those. Then we'll do the protein powder. So we'll get all the powders out of the way. So with this, we're going to do a 1/2 scoop. Stacey's been using the vegan protein powder, so it's just a chocolate vegan, but you can really use whatever protein powder you're used to. And again, she's just doing a 1/2 scoop in each one just to get that protein intake up.
Honestly, with overnight oats, use what you have at home. Like, don't feel like you have to go out and buy all these weird ingredients. Like, I'm pretty sure the only thing we had to put on the grocery list to make these 6 jars was the cashew milk. And that's something we normally have on hand. But
yeah, and honestly, these are like the chia seeds.
We've had those forever.
And the maca, like that, it lasts a long time.
Mm-hmm.
These are pretty expensive, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they're like $10 for the bag,
but it lasts forever.
Mm-hmm.
So, do peanut butter second last here. So we're gonna use the Walden Farms. So it's just a 0-calorie
pancake syrup.
So about a tablespoon of that. I'm not good at eyeballing, but
It's good. This is just what I use for like sweetener. No calories.
and this can be found at where did we get this,
We
Metro?
get this one at Metro, yeah. I think that Sobeys also carries all the Walden Farm stuff.
Yeah, you can probably find it on Amazon.
Amazon. I find like even like the health food stores like GNC and stuff have started carrying it.
Yeah. All right, and then we just have some natural peanut butter. About that.
Yeah.
So it's probably about like half a serving.
Yeah, like half a tablespoon, if that.
Get off. Gross.
Ethan hates touching raw food with his hands.
Doesn't matter what it is. Well, that was a big glob.
It's good.
It's going to be extra peanut buttery.
Perfect. Yeah, you can really make these with just about anything. Like frozen fruit is a really common ingredient. Yogurt, as long as you have a decent amount of oats and then you top it up with liquid, which for me is going to be the cashew milk, which is the last thing. Now it's just going to be a matter of kind of filling it near the top.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
Go. Honestly, at one point I was eating these, but
Yeah, and it's weird. I usually am like completely against overnight oats. I like a warm breakfast, so cold oats just is very weird to me. But I know a lot of people who will just throw these in the microwave in the morning and heat them up, and then they're just as good and, satisfying as hot oats. So not even going to stir them, just going to put the lids on, give them a really good shake, and then toss them in the fridge. And by probably tonight, it's 1 o'clock now, so probably by, I don't know, after dinner, the evening, they'll be ready to eat. So if you do them before bed, they'll be good for breakfast.
yeah, super simple, really quick. Good, decent amount of protein in there. Good fiber. And they're cheap.
Yeah,
Depending
they're
on what
very
you
cheap.
like, what you make, like most, like before, we were just making these literally with it was like just protein powder,
Oats and
the
liquid.
oats, and yeah, and then I'm pretty sure we were just using the cashew.
Yeah. I mean, like you could honestly make these without the protein powder if you're not struggling to get enough protein in your day, but I would.
Yeah, honestly,
assume.
like if you don't put the protein powder in there, like this is gonna be very carb heavy. There's not really any protein that you're adding. Like you're adding like a little bit of peanut butter, but like you're getting way more fat than you are protein in that. Like you're probably getting only like a gram or two.
Thanks,
But those
babe.
are all done.
My breakfast for the whole week.
Yeah. So those are just gonna go into the. It's like a little clump of protein powder.
I stir them really good before I eat them.
But we're just gonna throw those in the fridge, and then she'll have them for the morning. So super simple. Literally only takes like 5 minutes, and we were talking you through it. So always takes a little bit longer when we try to film these videos. But we're going to throw these into the fridge, and then we will move on to the next meal. Okay, so next meal is going to be the pulled pork. This is super simple. So all we're going to do is take our pork tenderloin and flop it in there. Ugh. And then we're going to add 1 cup of just a chicken bone broth. It's going to add some extra protein into there. Oh, Connor. And then last is just, we use this one, so it's just raised, no sugar added original barbecue sauce. Macros are just really good on it, so 15 calories per 2 tablespoons. And we're just going to do just over half a bottle. There we go. This is also the first time we've made it in the Instant Pot. Usually we make it in the slow cooker. So we're testing this out just to see if it's a lot quicker, and probably going to turn out the exact same. So all I did was just seal it, made sure that the vent was good. How long are we doing this for?
60 minutes.
Do I have to click this all the way up?
Hold it.
Halfway there.
Once the 60-minute cook time is up, you're also going to want to slow release it for 20 minutes. So once the 60-minute timer is up, just leave it until it times back up to 20. That's
Perfect.
it.
So that is it for the pulled pork. Nice and simple. Just throw it into your crock pot. If you do it in the slow cooker, typically it's going to take about 5 hours. In here, it's going to take just
an hour and a half.
Or hour and a half. So
That's
nice
it.
and easy.
Literally just recorded that in less than 2 minutes. So no excuses.
And it's super cheap. Like the pulled pork, like pork tenderloin is super cheap. I mean, some people might have issues with pork, but like you could also do it with like chicken, or even if you want to like cut the cost, like chicken breast can be kind of expensive. You could do like half chicken thighs. You're going to have a little bit more fat, but you're still going to get a good decent amount of protein. We did the pulled pork because we like the pulled pork. It's high in protein. It's still very lean meat. So simple, cost effective.
Delicious.
It just checks all the boxes. Okay, so for the last meal, we're going to make the meatballs right now, and then we'll make the noodles and show you how we're throwing it all together. But first, we're just going to throw some Himalayan pink salt in here just for some seasoning. I have no idea how much.
Probably good.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of beef. It's a lot of beef. How peppery you want it?
Probably good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So just black pepper. And the last thing is just garlic powder, because I feel like we just add garlic powder to everything.
It's good. That's just from all the Chef Ramsay shows we watched.
I'm a real Chef Ramsay, you know? Bam! Now what?
Mix all the spices in there.
Is it done?
You can also add breadcrumbs and eggs to help your meat bind together. We don't typically do it. We have in the past, and I don't find it really makes a difference in how well our meatballs stick together. And obviously those extra eggs add extra fat, and the breadcrumbs add some carbs, and that's not necessarily what we're going for here. So
Is that good?
yeah, that's one giant meatball.
How big you want these meatballs? Is that too big?
Let me see.
Wait.
Yeah, that's way too big. Like half of that.
Oh, gosh. Mini meatballs.
Perfect.
I'm going to be the one watching.
You're going to be the one watching me? You're going to watch how good I roll these meatballs? Well, that one's significantly smaller.
It's all right.
What happens if they're touching?
No, they can touch.
You going to eat a meatball?
No.
Are you going to eat Daddy's food?
No.
How come? Are you just going to watch and learn how to cook?
You're going to watch Dad learn how to cook so you can learn how to cook?
No.
You're a good cook already, aren't you?
Yeah. I like your socks. Christmas socks. Okay. Meatballs are done.
All right, so I had initially thought there'd be about 10 servings of meatballs, and I think we got about 9 here at kind of 3 meatballs per serving. Maybe a little under 9, 8 solid servings, so not bad. We're gonna throw these in the oven at 400 Fahrenheit. For this size, I'm gonna say about 40 to 50 minutes, and we'll show you what it looks like when they come out.
Okay, we're not gonna throw them in there yet though, because our oven has been like annoyingly loud sometimes. So we're going to make the pasta, throw that together, and then we're gonna just bake the meat. We'll do the meatballs after.
Good call.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to make our edamame pasta spaghetti noodles. So for this, it says boil water, add pasta, and simmer for 2 to 4 minutes or until al dente. So the water is now boiling, and we are going to make these whatever al dente means. Oh, that's hot. Oh, some of our straw is in there. They stink. They smell like fish food or something.
Well, it's soy.
Is that what edamame is?
Yeah.
Oh.
I would not stir them until those all fall in because they look very brittle.
Not listening. There we go.
You never listen.
Oh, they're nice.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a good texture. Smells good too.
Yeah, you're full of it. 2 to 4 minutes is not a long time.
But that being said, we weren't sure what to do for the third meal. Honestly, we don't usually have pasta. We never have pasta like when we're meal prepping.
No.
We'll have pasta randomly for dinners or whatever because the kids like pasta. We like pasta. What's happening?
Stir that.
Oh, am I supposed to turn this down?
I already did.
You nervous?
I am very nervous.
Yeah.
I don't have much.
They look like real noodles. Look at that. Get close up on that. Gross color, but
yeah, they're
looking noodly.
Better than
that being said, so I was at the store yesterday and I was just gonna get some like great value pasta, and I was like, oh, the macros on these suck. I don't like this. And then I had 2 boxes of like this chickpea pasta that is like $5 a box. And I was like, that's expensive. And we're trying to do a budget one. These were like $2 and like 75 cents or something like that. I think they were on sale, but for this, it was, so per quarter package, so 50 grams, it's 180 calories, 3 grams of fat, 20 grams of carbohydrates, but 15 grams of fiber. There are 5 grams of sugar. I don't know where that sugar comes from. I don't know if it's naturally occurring. The ingredients literally just say organic edamame water, and it says it contains soy, but at least it's organic. So that is always good when you're eating anything that contains soy. And then protein is 19 grams on this alone. And then we're also eating it with meatballs. So this, as long as these taste good, that's going to be bomb. Okay. So we are thinking that these noodles are probably done. They look like that's probably al dente.
I don't know. You want me to try one?
No. Since they're gross, I'm gonna be like, great. Look at that, 2 noodles.
Are they cooked?
I don't know.
Are they so terrible you can't focus on if they're cooked?
Honestly, the taste isn't bad. texture's kind of funky. It's
Those
like
are cooked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So
wow.
like the texture is like a little bit, like you can tell it's not like a pasta noodle, but based on that, like the noodle itself, the flavor was actually pretty good. So I'm just gonna throw it into the strainer here. Try not to burn my face off.
And then you just want to rinse with cold water, because if these sit in their own heat for too long, they will overcook.
Okay, so we rinsed them. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so we rinsed them under water, some cold water. Now we're gonna throw them back in that pot, and we're gonna add the sauce. Get it nice and saucy. Oh God. Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. Boom. And then we just bought some Cheapo Filippo no name original pasta. Slow-mo. Slow-mo. Oh. Yeah, I think we might just need one can. Let's see.
I keep wanting to tell you to be gentle stirring it, because I feel like...
Well, if we can't stir it, we got ourselves a problem here. You know what I mean?
I feel like they're just going to break, but they're definitely a lot more sturdy now that they're cooked.
Here's the thing, though. Like, we're not eating this fresh.
No, I know. So it doesn't matter.
We're reheating this. Yeah, we'll do one can. Once we're like packaging it up and stuff, like once we're going to actually eat it on that day, we might want to open another can and just add a little bit more sauce, because I imagine some of this is going to kind of absorb in, but because I don't think that's enough sauce for me. I like it.
So each bag was 4 servings.
Yeah.
So technically we should have, what, 8 servings?
There's
and we have 8 servings of meatballs. So how many grams of protein do you think are in 3 of those meatballs?
Oh, God.
A solid 20 grams?
At least, like, I would say, yeah.
So
20, 25.
with 1 serving
grams.
of pasta and a serving of meatballs, we're probably looking at like 40, 45 grams of protein.
I'd say about 45 grams.
Dang, that's pretty
in total.
good.
And like, yeah, just like super simple.
And what did I calculate as the cost per serving for this? It's on those papers.
All he smells like grass or something. $3 per bag for the pasta, $18 for the big pack of ground beef, and then we didn't use anything. We used spices.
Yeah.
Which was, so for 10 servings you had $28.
And I think there's a per serving.
Yeah, what's that for?
For
the spices?
All of it.
Oh, so $2.80 per serving.
So at 10 servings, so with 8 servings, we're probably looking at like $3.
Yeah.
For a serving, which includes 40 to 45 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein for very little amount of money.
15 grams of fiber in those noodles per serving. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, so, if it's good, we might have just found a new staple.
Seriously, as long as we can find them again.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so the oven's preheated. We're going to throw them in there. There we go. Just like that. Top rack. Boom.
Don't hurt yourself.
All right. So we are going to just portion up the spaghetti into each of these containers. So we got our 8 containers, and I'm going to just try and guess to the best of my ability on what a serving of each is going to look like. All right, so the meatballs are done. We're about to take them. We're going to take them out of the oven now. So it's been 20 minutes. And
40 minutes.
Or 40 minutes. And we've checked the internal temperature. So they are nice and cooked. All right.
Go there now.
And then so there are just enough for 3 in each one. One's going to have one extra one, I guess, but we'll just pop them in there.
Next time, can I have one?
There's the 4.
This is my side.
Don't
Yeah,
touch,
just be
baby.
careful,
It's
buddy.
really hot.
Mom, this is my side.
Yeah, but stay nice and far back, okay?
Dad, this is mine.
Scoochie,
Yeah.
scoochie, Connor. Move over a bit. There you go, right there.
What's that, buddy?
Can I have it?
They're very hot, buddy. Drop it.
Good job.
Next
Can I
one.
do it all by myself?
Not today, Connor, okay? They're too hot and I don't want you burning yourself. Good job.
Okay, you just gotta be careful of the pan. Three. Next container.
Squeeze hard. There you go.
Okay.
Right in this one. Penny, back up.
Hey, I'm not eating meatballs.
She smells the meatballs. Oh. Oh.
Squeeze it hard.
2.
Good job. One more
more
in
in
that
there.
one, and then Daddy's going to finish them up, okay?
Careful with your hands. That's a big one. Oh. Watch your hand.
Okay,
Good.
Connor, can you give them back to Daddy now?
All right. Good
Good
job,
job.
dude. Good job. All right, so the spaghetti and meatball meal is done. Oh, yeah. Why is it so watery?
I would say shred it. I thought the crock pot one was really watery too.
Now you're washing the dishes?
Nope.
I'm washing the dishes.
Bam.
Not
There
bad.
we go. So I have been doing the pulled pork in a quesadilla. So I will take 2 of these tortillas and just make my quesadilla with some, like, just any shredded cheese. You do like a low fat, or if you don't care about the fat intake, you just do like a regular cheese. But I find the macros on these tortillas to be a little bit better than just your typical ones. And I used to use like these protein tortillas, but like they just wouldn't hold together as well. So these ones hold really well. They taste good. And yeah, they have like for 2 of them, you're getting 4 grams of fiber. You're getting 40 grams of carbs, 7 grams of fat, and 10 grams of protein just from the tortillas themselves. And then you also got your cheese and then the pulled pork. I think when we calculated this one, because this is one we had all last week as well, it was like 55 grams of protein in there.
Yeah, for a full
serving.
quesadilla.
And we still have some of the pulled pork from last week left, so we're going to finish that off and then as well have this. So we went through pretty much like a container and a half, I would say.
And we ate it quite often last week.
Yeah, like at least once a day.
Yeah. I had a few servings of it too, though.
Yeah.
Like we probably ate like 10 servings of it last week, and there's still probably 5 or 6 in the fridge. So
yeah, this one was just super flavorful, high protein, just checks all the boxes. Very simple to make. Literally just threw it all in the Instapot or the slow cooker, and then
super versatile too. Like you can make a wrap with some salad in the wrap, throw it on some rice. Honestly, eat it just on its own with like a fresh made bun or something. Like there's just
a lot
so
of
many
different
ways.
a lot of different options, and that's why, like, again, a lot of the time we end up cooking in bulk as opposed to like individually separating each meal. That way we just have a little bit more flexibility with what we're eating. If I didn't feel like having a quesadilla one day, then I could still have, pulled pork and mix it up with some rice or something like that. So yeah, those are the 3 meals. Hopefully you enjoy them. If you try them out, leave a comment below letting us know how it was. And other than that, anything else you want to add?
No, this was a good one.
Yeah, that is it. So this is your meal prep on a budget. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.